Ever since I was a kid, I've been passionate about motorbikes and travelling. And a couple of years ago, I did a trip called Long Way Around with my best mate, Ewan McGregor.
Sense of achievement. Yes!
We did it! New York! Having finished Long Way Around, it kind of left me wanting more. And so one of my childhood dreams was to do the Dakar Rally. The Dakar Rally has been going for around 20 years. It's a 9,000-kilometre race involving 250 bikes, 150 cars and 60 huge trucks. Following these are a couple of hundred support vehicles carrying mechanics and spare parts. This huge entourage moves daily, and this year it starts in Lisbon, Portugal, and moves down the west coast of Africa, ending in Dakar 16 days later. In its history, it's claimed the lives of some of the best riders in the world. It is one of the most dangerous races left.
People who come on this race take their own risk. You never know what could happen, and zero risk don't exist.
Two of the riders, Simon Pavey and Matt Hall, will make up my three-man team, followed by our support crew, Wolfgang and Gareth, the mechanics, Claudio and Jim, the cameramen, and Russ, our team manager. It's the toughest race in the world, is what they say, and I think it probably is.
They're all saying it's going to be an incredibly hard stage, loads of dune crossings. Unfortunately, Matt was struggling in the dunes the other night. It's going to be hard.
The further on you get, the more scared I get. I'm completely fucked now.
It was a tragic accident.
I just don't understand anymore why.
I drove past, saw the bike and the helicopter there. He was on the ground with a blanket over him.
Don't let my senses disturb me, nothing to divert me. I'm setting my sights on you. And in the far-off distance, I'm afraid of wishing I was safe at home with you. It's just a race to Dakar, doesn't really matter. You got to see it through, see it through.
Fucking hurt both my hands, and it's just been fucking agony, man.
It's broken here, and here it's dislocation.
He's broken the metatarsal and he's broken his knuckle, so he's out. What's gone?
The whole thing is gone.
I so wanted to get this car to Dakar.
They're not back yet. Jesus, is it really that late?
Right, I'll see you later, mate. Good luck.
Matt's still here. That's not good news at all. Fuck. I'm really worried. Simon and Matt haven't come in yet, and I've just checked on the computer, and it looks like that Simon's left Matt in the desert.
That's side, and the tracks also stopped working.
Fucking hell. Jesus. God, Matt. Well done, mate. Simon. Boys. Jesus, we were fucking worried. How are you feeling?
That's the fucking hardest thing I've ever done.
Really?
I did actually leave him in the desert. He left me.
So what happened?
Oh, bollocks. Absolutely bollocks. You must pick that up. It's out 30 times.
How many times?
To be honest, we got to the point at 8 o'clock where Matt said, you know, if you want to go, go, because he just couldn't do it anymore. See you later, man. I don't know, I was quite relieved actually, but then sort of disappointed and upset and real mixed emotions, everything really. But he came back. Where I left Matt, right, I went from there and I went exactly like where I left you. I went over to one more dune and I was on that plain, you know, still sandy track, but just through the valley. I thought, I know where this is. So I went about 4 Ks and I thought,
I can do this. One more June he's got to get over, so I come back, didn't I? You must have been so surprised.
Oh, if Simon wasn't there, I would never have ever got through any of it. It's mad. Absolutely mad.
I'm very proud of you. I think you're amazing. I really do. I think I'm stupid. Well, we're all fucking stupid. I mean, oh yeah, let's do the Dakar. I'm really proud of them. I'm really relieved that Matt's here. I'm so pleased he's here.
Well, we've been driving through the night and we're completely exhausted, but we have at last caught up the rally and we've got to the bivouac, and we're going to meet up with Charlie and then hopefully find out if Si and Matt have arrived.
Late night. Now we drive for 12 hours.
I mean, we've just got the assistance car going and driven for what, 12 hours to get here. And that's bad enough, bashing along squeaky, horrible old roads, but at least you're in a car, you know, but it's still tough. And you fall asleep at the wheel and then you've got somebody else to take over, but on a bike you haven't.
But and you think about the road that you're doing, right? Think about that and think about the terrain that we were doing and what they were doing yesterday, and make it probably 10 times harder.
We're fucked. But, you know, we got the bits, we fixed the car in, 45 minutes. We had it rolling and good to go, and it's all good now. It's driven all that way, so no dramas. We're just knackered.
I'll put your code in for if you want, Simon.
Woo! Another day, another $1. What time you come last night?
12. Because the bike was getting hot and I had to every time stop and wait, and 10 kilometers took me like 2-3 hours. Had to stop, but we are here.
And still smiling.
Yeah.
We're all leaving Attar to get to Nouakchott, which is the rest day, and I just think the mood in the camp is we just want to get there now and take some time out to recharge our batteries. So we decided, rather than sleep, because we managed to grab a few hours in the back of the truck last night, that we would push on now to Nouakchott. Hopefully we should get in there, mid-afternoon. Just gives us 24 hours just to get our stuff sorted out before we take on the second half of the rally.
Yeah, get Simon one. I owe him a beer. I'm glad to be here, mate. Cheers.
Jim and I are taking the car for a full service and get it all sorted out, because the next stage of the rally, we've got no more backup. So this is our last opportunity to sort of get the spare parts and get the car fixed to a point where we feel confident it can make it.
Well, it must be about, 45 degrees, and all the guys are here working on the bikes. It's so hot. My God. I think it's easier riding in this kind of heat, as long as you don't fall off, compared to working on the bikes in this heat. It's just mad.
Too much heat.
Too much heat?
Yeah, but we nearly...
What's the time?
It's 3:30.
They're all trying to make us suffer.
More dunes tomorrow, Matt.
You're on a 9:30 flight,
I can have a beer and go to sleep on that little night.
And that is like the whole thing about the Dakar, isn't it? It's like just when you think you fucking cracked it, and you've worked your nuts off and you've got there, they go, oh no, there's a little bit more, and it's worse than that.
No, they've been very gentle so far. I think there's plenty more to come. They haven't finished with us yet.
Well, we took the car into the service this morning, and obviously a service generally would make a car run better. And then I took it into the desert to do a shoot, and the car just had 0 power when you put your foot on the accelerator. I don't quite know what the problem is, but it definitely seems to be associated with the service this morning. Jim reckons it's a turbo, so we may end up having to change the turbo tonight or tomorrow, which means struggling through yet another day. There's no power, no doubt, so back in the sand, the car wouldn't move. But get it up to 40, 50 miles an hour and it's fine. Tomorrow morning we've got to start the second leg, and it's a random fault after a service. It just shouldn't happen. I feel like we're jinxed now.
We've got to the halfway point of the Dakar Rally, and that is a major achievement. We've had some problems, like Matt being left out in the desert and stuff, but we've done it so far.
First big real sand day, isn't it? I think Matt must be very nervous because I think he's having a horrible time, isn't he, in the sand?
Yeah. We've been talking about tomorrow's, they're all saying it's going to be an incredibly hard stage, loads of dune crossings, 500 and something kilometres. Unfortunately, Matt was struggling in the dunes the other night, and for the two of us to go through the dunes together, it's going to be hard and slow us up. So we've just been talking about what the tactics should be. And I think at the moment what we're saying is we're going to go to the first set of dunes, see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too bad, if it's just a case of we're helping each other a little bit, it's no problem. But
You've got to decide at that point.
I guess if it's a case of we're having to stop loads, then we'll have to go our own way, sort of thing. No, good with that.
But the truth is, there's 500 kilometres of
I feel
dunes.
really bad about it. I'm standing here now talking about it, and I feel really bad about it because I don't want it to be like that from the start. I want us both to go out there and have a good ride.
But it has to be.
And
Really, doesn't it?
yeah. Shortly.
Oh, I'm shitting myself, Russ.
I can see it in your face last night when we were having that conversation.
I might say Simon provoked him.
Did he?
Yeah, because he went all quiet. And when Simon goes quiet,
Well,
there's trouble in the store. The stakes are higher.
Why?
The further on you get, the more nervous I get and the more scared I get. I might even say to Simon this morning, just go from the start. Let's just go individually, because I don't want to have to put him in that position. So I think maybe if we just go our own ways from the start, then that'd be better.
I'm not religious or anything, but by God, I'm praying to anybody. I'm praying to Mecca, to anybody for help to try and get me through. I really do, and that's from a bike.
For Matt, for someone to get this far, is incredible. He's very so good-humoured as well. He was at breakfast today. He was being very funny anyway, even though you could tell he was really, really worried.
He's going to have the most miserable day of his life out there.
But maybe.
When he gets to the end of it, it'll be one of the best days of his life.
Go, Matt! You can do it, mate!
See you, mate. Take care. Be good. But even Simon looked really worried, and he never flaps, Simon,
Well, we still haven't sorted out all the problems with the car, but we've got to head off, and hopefully we'll fix the problem tonight at the next bivouac.
See you later.
Get off the car then I can go.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Is that all you're waiting for?
Yeah.
See ya. See you later. Hate to see him go, love to watch him leave.
I just had this fucking stressful start. I feel it's going to be hard enough to get myself through the dunes, and just trying to get Matt through as well. I had a really crap night's sleep because I'm really worried about not waking up in the morning. You're fucking joking. trying to calm down because I just can't ride at the moment. I'm too worked up. So I'm just going to get into a bit of a cruise, calm myself down. It's going to be a long day.
And people keep saying to me, Charlie, you know, you're some finished business, you can do the Dakar again. I don't know. I really don't know if I can, or if I would. I don't know. Today's route from Nouakchott to Kiefer is going to be one of the toughest on the rally and one of the longest. It's just sand dunes the whole way. I really don't envy these guys being out there.
Well, the big news is the car is fixed. Listen to it. We just stopped the car for a toilet break in the dunes, got back in, and Wolfgang, the miracle man Wolfgang, has managed to solve the problem.
No, it was a pipe. It was not on his right place. It was loose. It was on the bottom of the car, somewhere in the engine. I look, what's that? A pipe, nothing on. And I look where I can and found the place and push it back, and it's running.
Wow, that's incredible.
This is the bit of the sad part of the rally, really. These are all the bikes that the last couple of days have, have gone out, and some of them are just fine. I think some of them, the guys just can't do it anymore, or have had a small fall and hurt themselves. Some of them had a bigger fall. I mean, there's this one here. But what's quite interesting in this one is probably the road book here. Look, at kilometre 25493, going through the dunes. You see, dotted line means off piste. And these represent dunes. And on the right, twisty little bit, and this must have been pretty much where he fell off. God, it looks a mess. Fucking hell. And you have such high expectations. You know, you really think, I can do this. I might even be able to win it. Is what you think. And then sadly, you know, your dreams just get smashed.
Feeling nervous at the dunes this morning. That's not much better today. I think he's got his head on. Maybe we're there, eh? Oh, I really do hope
so. Bonjour! We go to the poorest country of the world. We stopped at the road and you have child around the car. They have nothing on his body, only a few t-shirts, the old one, and some trousers. You have everything, and these people have nothing.
If we got to go through those dunes in the dark, it's nearly impossible. Longest and toughest special. And then at the end of the special, we've still got 250 k's still to ride. So it's going to be a long day.
I'm completely fucked now. Yeah, I think this might be the end of the road. Been stuck in this dune set now for 2 hours. It's just so soft. Yeah, I don't think I can go on. I'm cream crackered.
It was a tragic accident on the kilometer 250, and on the fall down, and at 11:31 we were advised of the accident, and at 11:55 the medical helicopter was there, and at 11:57 we were advised that it was finished for him, and that's all.
Andy Caldecott, one of the top riders for the Repsol team, and one of the many friends we've made since we started this rally, has just had a big crash and has sadly died. Shit, and he's just had a little girl, his wife, his family. It's awful. You know, people say, oh, you know, it's the Dakar that happens. It happens. And it's part of it. And it is part of it, I suppose. And you do this race in your own free will. And, you know, there's always that possibility. But somehow your mind just chooses to not to listen to it. I mean, everybody said to me, Jesus, Charlie, you can do the fucking Dakar. You know, people die all the time. And you kind of put it to the back of your head, and you just don't let it get to you at all. I think I was lucky, you know. I was really, really lucky. Andy Caldecott has just had this big crash and has died, sadly, and that's put a real cloud on the whole rally, and Matt is stuck out in the desert as well, and what a day. It's just awful.
Yeah, I think this might be the end of the road.
Have you heard about Matt? I think he's out. Well, that's all I've heard from the radio. He's just given up and he's sitting out there now.
Well, I just used the GPS phone to ring the Paris headquarters of ASO to tell them that I can't continue to race. Just too tired. I think even if I get out of this dune set, I'll hurt myself on the fast going, because it will be dark in maybe half an hour or so. So they're sending the camion ballet. They just told me it's 220 kilometres away, so I think it's going to be quite a while. I think it'll be a long night. That's it, really. The end of my Dakar.
Have you heard about Matt?
No.
I think he's out.
Why?
I think he's just exhausted. That's what we just heard on the radio. So I don't know for sure.
Shit, it's a shame because he'd done all those sand dunes this morning. So it was like hell. Yeah, so the whole fucking stage.
Oh, he's still in the sand dunes. That's the problem, isn't it?
There's just cars and bikes strewn everywhere in this area. I've tried 20 times to get out of various different holes in this, I suppose, in about a quarter of a kilometre, but I just can't do it. So I have to call it a day. I won't be coming back, I promise you that. This is hell. Absolute hell. Look at the bike. And that happens every 20, 30 feet. I suppose I better get ready to find somewhere to sleep. I suppose better sleep up high, because there's still a lot of traffic coming through here. And I definitely don't want anything to run me over, not at this stage of the game.
My God, those quick guys, they're bloody mad as hatters. Can't believe how fast they are. You know, it's just confidence and commitment in reality. You know, prepared to take a little bit of a risk. Our goal is to get to Dakar, you know, their goal is to get to Dakar first.
I'm going to give Matt a call because I reckon if he has stopped, he's probably feeling quite lonely. And his phone's been off. So just suddenly I was lying in the bivouac, being all comfortable. I just suddenly thought little Matt out there in the middle of nowhere, you know. So let's go into answer machine.
A very sad day for us on the Dakar. Today at kilometre 250, Andy Caldecott crashed heavily, and at 11:55 the helicopter arrived, and all they could announce was the death of Andy.
Saw him. Drove past. I'll tell you, that kind of feeling is just unreal. I drove past, saw the bike and the helicopter there. He was on the ground with a blanket over him. They had the blanket over his head. We just knew. And they walked away. There was no one with him.
Every time we arrive at this bivouac, some tragedy story. It's not so good, it's not so easy because, you know, we are here to have fun, to enjoy. And this accident broken the philosophy of the race. And Andy was a really good guy, so friendly, and this year was in our team, and so we have more contact, and so it's more difficult. It's difficult to accept, but it's a race.
You said you came across the scene.
I saw his bike, stood up and saw the helicopter. When you see the helicopter, you sort of much know that it's a pretty serious one, ain't you? I like to see it happen to anybody, but Andy Caldecott was, you know, he was one of us, wasn't he? One of the lads, and got his dream ride on the Repsol bike, and unfortunately it's took him away, hasn't it? Quite hard to stomach at the minute, really. Bit of respect for the guy like that.
Well, I'm in the medics van now, and they're taking me out of the special. There's a bit of a problem in the absolute fucking carnage everywhere. Look at this lot. There's trucks, lorries, bikes strewn everywhere. Everybody's stuck. It's ridiculous. Lorries are coming in thick and fast now. And they are getting stuck.
I'll tell you what I know, okay, is that he decided that he couldn't go on any further because he's, you know, just too exhausted. And then but he's fine, you know, he's not injured, there's nothing wrong with him.
Right. Well, this is more like a war than a race. Every kilometre we drive, we stop. And there's somebody injured or somebody sort of down, tired out of their brains.
He got picked up by the ambulance, which goes out there, and then he went on a little bit further to bike 122, and that guy was in a much worse state. So poor Matt had to get out of the ambulance and let this guy in. The problem is there are something like over 80 bikes still out there tonight.
Right. Okay, well, thanks very much, Charlie.
All right, well, I'm very sorry for getting Matt into this, okay? Well, it's now 3:15 in the morning. I think Simon, I'm not sure where he is at the moment. Fucking hell, it's too stressful for me. Fucking hell.
Hard, boss. That was unbelievably hard.
Yeah, they could.
Hey?
You here?
6:05 in the morning, and they've been through hell, basically, and back.
Yeah, we had to sleep.
He left here at 6 o'clock this morning, so he's been 24 hours he's been riding that bike, sitting on that bike. And he turns up and he's got that lovely smiley face as he always has. I thought my mind was racing through, wondering what was going on and what was happening, and all sorts of drama. It's fucking... So, God, what? 24 hours you're riding this bike.
A little bit of working on it and a little bit of sleeping next to it. And,
okay, all right. I'll knock off a couple of hours then for not being on it. Jesus, what a fucking day, man.
From Matt at all?
He got picked up by an ambulance.
He's not hurt, is he?
No, he's fine. He was a little bit dehydrated, but you know, they were happy to take him. But there's a lot of people out there, and so you know, I told him when he's to speak to Lucy next to just you know, to say, listen, you just got to hold fast. You've got to, you know, there's loads of people out there. It's going to take time, but he's all right. He's fine. I've spoken to his wife. I've spoken to his dad. So it's all cool. I'm just glad you're here. I felt like some fucking mother. I was lying in the tent trying to get some sleep, and every time I heard a noise, that sounded a bit like a beam. I was shooting out of the tent like a meerkat.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Oh, much better than sleeping on the rocks with your helmet on.
They left me here for the night. Well, they didn't leave me here for the night. They thought there'd be someone along in an hour, but turned out it's been all night. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I still haven't seen anyone. Anyway, I'm sitting here with 2 broken bikes. One of them is Puyol's, who's a Spanish rider for the Gauloise team, who also had a big crash yesterday. The bike's smashed to pieces. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm also wondering now whether Si got through. Hopefully he did. Be nice to get at least one of us to Dakar this year.
Comme vous le savez, hier sur le Dakar, c'était une très triste journée pour l'ensemble de la caravane du rallye. Un pilote est tombé, Andy Caldecott. Il ne sera pas sur la course aujourd'hui. C'était une figure du Dakar, comme beaucoup qui nous ont malheureusement quittés. Et pour commencer cette journée, je propose que nous respections une minute de silence à la mémoire d'Andy Caldecott, s'il vous plaît.
It's an incredibly difficult thing. The whole off-road bike community is a big family, and he's a great guy and a fellow Australian, so yeah, it's horrific. We don't want to hear of anyone dying. But, you know, we all kind of take part in life. You can't sort of not do what you want to do. You can't not chase your dreams because of a fear that that might happen to you or one of your friends.
After a minute's silence for Andy Caldecott, our thoughts turned to Matt.
We've got quite a big problem. One of our riders is still stuck in the desert. He's been there since 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. He's got no food left, no water. they took the GPS off, they took the water off and took it back with him. So he's now stuck.
So there's no
in the middle of the
GPS,
desert.
nothing.
And he's not had any food or water for 18 hours.
So he's alone?
Pardon?
He's not alone?
He's not hurt, but he's,
he's alone.
So he's phoning up and saying that he's pretty desperate out there. I thought he'd been picked up, you see, last night, but they picked him up and put him down again. The sweeper truck should have picked him up, but the point is, I don't know how they'd know where he is.
There's 80 bikes apparently missing from last night.
80?
There was 80 they were trying to sort out.
Only 130 started.
Yeah.
It's day 11, and we've still got a long way to go to get to Dakar. And we're down to one rider, and that's Simon. It's really disappointing for Matt and the team that he's had to give up through exhaustion, but the poor guy is still stuck out there somewhere in the desert.
How does it look? It's pretty good. So it's only just general servicing, just done an oil change because it's been a very hard day on the engines.
There was a bit of a drama this morning with Matt, because he rang Lucy and said, listen, you know, I've got no water. They've taken the GPS off the bike 122, so how the fuck is anybody going to know where he is? You know, it's you know, he's in a real panic, quite rightly.
Don't worry, because we know where he is.
And you know where he is.
Yeah, and there was going to be a car, either a car, but now since it's daytime, maybe there's going to be a helicopter or something as an indication.
That nightmare waiting for Simon and Plummy and everyone to come in was just. I mean, I now know what Simon's wife and people who are left behind feel like, and I don't know what my wife must have gone through, and it was just sheer hell. I mean, absolute hell. Simon, listen, I'll see you later. Okay?
Yep, see you,
Be
mate.
good. See you later, mate.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks for everything this morning.
No, listen, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
Well, we're setting off in the BMW again. It's a relatively short stage here, but it's a difficult terrain, a lot of sand that we've got to get through. But what we've got to do is push on to K's.
Another flight, another place. Still got stinky shoes.
Charlie will arrive there by plane. He'll be there first, and hopefully he would have found out whether or not Matt's been picked up by the sweeper truck. The sweeper truck is a lorry that picks up all the riders who've broken their bike or that are stuck out in the desert. And as soon as he's on board that truck, at least we know that he should be taken somewhere to safety.
Yes.
He was at the kilometer 228 and easy on the Camino Ballet. Sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I can relax now. I was completely stressed and worried. But that's okay.
Yes, it's okay for him, huh?
Yeah, he's in the sweeper truck. So if that's the case, I can relax. I know Simon's going to get here because he's just a wily old solely sea dog.
No, this is what it's all about. Little 2-hour ride. I don't know whether it's Monday or Tuesday today, but a little 2-hour ride, a little stop, a little snack, glass of wine. We've only the whole 15 days was like this.
Luce?
Yes.
No, it's a nightmare.
What's happening now?
This truck split up. Well, this truck split up.
No.
So they won't take me.
Can't. Oh, fuck. Can't they squeeze you on?
Right.
Just get some water down your neck, Matt. Just drink as much as you can.
Yeah.
Just keep drinking it. Keep drinking it.
Yeah.
Because if you get dehydrated, then then you're in trouble.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you later.
All right, Matt. Call me when you get on the other truck.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Fuck.
Well, another moment of drama. Back end, the same end, has collapsed. Thank God we were carrying that on board, so hopefully if that goes back on, we should be operational again. And that's what it should look like. So that whole stud on the right has come off, leaving it looking like that. So Matt's still stuck in the desert. It's 20 past 2 and he's got no water and he's been there for now for 24 hours. Jesus Christ, that's not really nice, is it?
Really nice stage. But we just went slow because we were worn out from yesterday. Absolutely knackered.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
Two very tired bunnies.
Say to Matt that he must stay on the sweeper truck until he gets to K's. Even if they try and insist that he gets us, he must stay on there because it must go to K's. Then if he's at K's, I will definitely pick him up. If he stays at Kiefer, I can't guarantee that we can get him because the BMW's broken down again. I don't know if I can get back tonight on the asphalt road. You know, it's not a guarantee. So I'm going to get to K's tonight where there's a bivouac and I will stay there until he gets there, whatever happens.
What a strange pastime. Let's do the Dakar Rally. Oh. Which bit's the fun bit?
Oh, just feels so good to do jack shit for half an hour. It's madness really, isn't it? Because from sort of the day before scrutineering, it's just go, isn't it?
But no, it's getting to the stage now where you need it to be over, don't you?
Getting enough food down your neck's the thing for me. It's just so hard. But you just got to force it because you know you're not going to eat till 8 o'clock that night.
You went for food, there you are. Peace out, brother.
Peace out.
I'm glad you made it, mate. I really am. I'm really proud of... I'm really in awe of you, actually, to be honest. Well, it's quite incredible what you guys have done. And we're trying to get Matt, because we want him, we don't want him to go home. We want him to get to Dakar with us. But so we're trying to make these plans to get him to... Not easy.
Yeah, let me take it off for you.
No. You would die. If you did that, you would die.
Try to do it again, Simon.
So just been driving for 18 hours or 16 hours in a truck. Now they bring us to a tiny little hotel in the middle of nowhere and we get to sleep in a tent. Unbelievable. Well, I've just been talking to the race officials. They're fairly unhelpful as well. I can't believe the way they treat you. You're treated worse, far worse than if you were in the army. You're sort of more like a prisoner. You're not expected to ask questions. Now they're saying the plan is, they've driven us away from Nouakchott. Now they're saying the plan is to drive us back to Nouakchott, which is 800 k's away. And then from there we kind of make our own way to wherever. It's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is the Dakar. It's another side of the Dakar. You can stick it, mate, I tell you. For these guys who pay all this money, some of them it's their life savings and treated like this, we got nothing. All we've got is what we got off the bikes with.
Fuck. Fucking tyres aren't here.
Really worried at the moment. My front loose is on its way out.
There's no change of tyres for Simon on the plane.
My throttle's stuck wide open. A breakdown on the last stage.
Elsewhere in the race, we hear the riders are literally dropping like flies. This is crazy. Here we are, coming into Dakar.
I really hope Simon will make it.
Don't let my senses disappear, nothing to develop me. I'm setting my sights on you.